72 wins, 2 losses, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the renowned challenger and the 2-division champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled with the lightweight limit of 135 pounds, bang on. His professional record, also a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 12 of them coming by way of knockout. Hard-hitting Honduran 2016 Olympian is widely recognized as one of the best active fighters on the planet. This 2020 Fighter of the Year makes his 7th appearance right here at Madison Square Garden, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, USA, is the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Teofimo Lopez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to my right and we introduce his opponent. Brisbane, make some noise. He's boxing out of the blue corner.
Across the ring, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the purple and the black.
Is here for the official weigh-in. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Introducing first from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. 16 fights, 13 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's the former junior welterweight world champion, Rolly Romero.
Left fighting out of the ring, wearing Uncle He was in at 134 and 1 quarter pounds. He is undefeated in this campaign to the ring with a record of 14 wins, no losses, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight making his first attempt at a world title. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the colorful and dangerous WBA #1 ranked lightweight contender, introducing the undefeated Rolando Romero.
The opening rounds of Teofimo Lopez versus Rolando Romero were cautious and closely contested, with neither fighter willing to force unnecessary exchanges. Teofimo looked to establish his jab early, combining quick footwork with sharp combinations to manage the distance, while Romero remained patient and waited for the right moments to close the gap and use his physical strength to his advantage.
Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening.
Teofimo's speed gave him an advantage from the outside, but Romero's unpredictable rhythm made it hard for Lopez to establish a consistent flow. Every exchange felt dangerous because both fighters possessed the explosiveness to change the momentum with a single sequence. As the fight entered the later rounds, fatigue became more noticeable, turning the contest into a battle of discipline, timing, and composure. Neither man was willing to stay on the back foot for long, and the closing rounds delivered the intensity fans expected from these familiar rivals as they finally settled their differences inside the ring. Teofimo's prediction may have sparked debate throughout the week, but hearing him explain the thinking behind it gives this matchup an entirely different perspective. He is not heading into August 22nd believing that Rolando is the better fighter. And honestly, that level of confidence is exactly what you would expect from a former champion stepping into such an important fight. What really stood out, though, was Teofimo discussing how much Romero has evolved since they last shared the ring years ago. He understands that this is not the same Romero he remembers from those old sessions, which means those previous sparring experiences cannot simply be treated as an advantage. Then there was the heated press conference, where Teofimo finally revealed what pushed his emotions over the edge. According to Lopez, Romero's comments about his past accomplishments went too far, particularly when the conversation turned toward his victory over Vasily Lomachenko.
Are the stakes for a fight like this? The winner likely goes on to a big unification fight, the loser a big step back. Is this a must-win for you?
I'd say I'm always win. I'm a winner. I'm a winner in life. So we're gonna win.
How do you see the fight playing out?
And new, Teofimo Lopez, the takeover, 3-division world champion.
Good luck, Teo.
Thank you.
Then there is the whole Prince situation, which sounds less like a typical boxing promotion and more like two old gym friends bringing years of inside jokes into the spotlight. Boxing might be the only sport where a serious conversation about championship tactics can suddenly turn into an argument about Prince songs within seconds. But beneath all the entertainment and trash talk, Teofimo is clearly serious about what happens once the bell rings. He expects a technical battle, believes his speed and movement will play a major role, and appears determined to show that 147 pounds is where fans will see the best version of him. He has even talked about entering his prime, making this fight feel like more than just a personal grudge. Romero is looking to prove that his victory over Ryan Garcia was only the beginning, while Teofimo wants to remind everyone why his potential has always been considered so high. Now, after all the predictions, arguments, and back and forth, there is only one place left for all that talk to be settled: the ring.
So what did Rolly say to you up there that felt like a flip switch, and you kind of got upset? It got heated there. Obviously, it got better with the Prince song, but why? What did he say? What got you upset up there?
I think just the whole thing of like, I get it, it's jokes and everything. My son beats Lomachenko and everything, but you know, I don't think anyone has ever beaten Lomachenko the way we beat Lomachenko, and I think that we all can somewhat agree to that. So I just think that if you're making fun of something, you do it, you know, have everybody else do it. I think it's not something to make fun of.
That Teofimo interview was filled with confidence, but Rolando Romero's response adds a completely different dimension to the build-up. He clearly has no intention of allowing Teofimo to control the story surrounding this fight. Romero quickly explained what really upset him during their heated exchange, pointing to the moment when Teofimo appeared to dismiss the friendship they had built over the years. You can tell that moment carried extra weight because these two fighters have a long history together. When the subject of their old sparring sessions came up, Romero essentially acknowledged that Teofimo may have gotten the better of him in one session, but insisted that he had his own moments as well. It is a good reminder that old gym stories might create headlines, but they do not determine what happens when the lights come on. Romero also refused to release any old sparring footage, which suggests he would rather settle the argument inside the ring than try to prove himself on the internet. Then the conversation took a more serious turn when he began discussing his faith and how much his mindset has changed.
Knowing that we know each other very well, expect some technical fight in there in between the rounds, but also very dominant performance between the two.
Teofimo, in your biggest wins against Loma and Josh Taylor, you exchanged with those guys, which, you know, both guys get hit if you're going to open up an exchange. How do you think you'll handle his punching power Saturday?
Well, look, even Richard Comey, you know, Richard Comey was the heaviest puncher at 135 in the lightweight division, and that was the first guy I came to for the world title. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like full circle moment for me right now at 147. So it's just not get hit. Really work on moving my head more than ever. And if he does land, bite on that mouthpiece. That's all we can do.
Whatever you think about Rolando's personality, it is hard to deny that he genuinely believes this transformation has made him a better person without taking away the fighter he has always been. And when he is asked about Teofimo's weaknesses, Romero does not suddenly reveal his game plan. Instead, he gives Lopez plenty of credit, describing him as a great fighter. That is interesting because earlier in the build-up, Romero was joking, provoking Teofimo, and throwing subtle shots. But when the conversation becomes serious, he clearly understands exactly what kind of opponent will be standing across from him. Then the Ryan Garcia question comes up, and Romero seems ready to leave that entire chapter behind. It is almost as if he is saying, "We already finished that story. Now it's Teofimo's turn." And that is exactly what makes this matchup so unpredictable. Two fighters who know each other well, both carrying something to prove, and neither one lacking personality or confidence.
I didn't want to fight Tio. I'll be honest with you. I'm 100%. I didn't want to fight him. Dude, I wanted him to go get a world title, but I thought he was going to go fight Liam Paro or something, you know? But, you know, I didn't want to fight Tio, you know? I wanted to, and not because I don't think I'm going to beat him or any of that stuff. Obviously, I'm going to take the fight. You know, I wouldn't be taking the fight if I didn't truly believe I beat him, right? I'm not fighting anyone anyways. But the thing is, I didn't want to fight him. I wanted to fight Ryan or Conor Ben or Pacquiao or all that stuff, you know?
After all the interviews, predictions, old sparring stories, and friendship drama, we finally reached the part that matters most. What happens when Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero stand across from each other with nowhere left to hide? Teofimo has the speed, technical ability, and experience to dictate the action, while Romero brings an awkward style, physical strength, and serious power that can make every exchange dangerous. The biggest question is whether Lopez can remain disciplined for all 12 rounds, or if Romero can turn the fight into the kind of uncomfortable battle where his pressure and power begin to take over. We have heard both fighters make their cases, listened to their coaches break down the matchup, and watched both sides show enough confidence to fill an entire arena. But now there are no more explanations, no more old sparring stories, no more jokes, and certainly no more excuses about their friendship. August 22nd is where everything finally gets settled. So what do you think? Does Teofimo's speed and technical skill give him the advantage? Or can Romero's power and unpredictable style completely change the equation? Drop your prediction in the comments and let's debate it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. I'll see you in the next one.